Okay. Yeah, it's about 3 seconds. 4. Now this is popping up. Okay. And I'll just raise my hand, see how long it takes. 4.5, 5 seconds. Okay. All right. Now if I write test in here. No. Do I have to refresh that? Refresh this chat too. What are you talking about? Trying to get oh, cool. Text is popping up. It's on the stream.
That's real fast.
That was my dick. Good stuff. All right. So yeah, at least that fixed that. Now I just got to pop out this chat.
All right, cool, bro. I'm gonna jump back in the chat.
Yes, sir. Good stuff.
It's
Thank
good
you.
to nice work.
Yep. Yep. Stream tag. Yep, for sure. Yeah, I keep seeing you leaving comments on like videos like right after I end the stream. Now we just we set the delay. Yeah, we have the delay to like 5 seconds, so I can respond a lot quicker. But because I'm learning in VR, this might be an ongoing thing. Nah, it will if it's through Twitch, but not through here, which sucks. I'm trying to stick to YouTube, just because of just the politics that Twitch does. Hey, hey, hey. Yep. So we should hop back in it. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thanks for your help. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do some VR A10 Warthogging. And now I think we're on air to air.
Welcome to the training lesson on the employment of the A10C in an air-to-air engagement. I've engaged the autopilot to keep us level. Adjust power to maintain 230, 240 knots for this flight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Although the A10 is not a fighter jet, it is nevertheless quite nimble and packs more than enough punch to defend itself in a dogfight. A Warthog spew of 30 Mike will give any predator something to think about before jumping an A10. AIM-9 sidewinders are also available to extend the engagement envelope against airborne targets. We have a pair of Su-25s about 1 nautical mile ahead of us set up as airborne targets.
Ooh.
They are now popping flares to help you VID. Press the numpad asterisk key to zoom in on the HUD to get a better view. Press the numpad enter to return to the default cockpit view. It will be important for you to pay attention to your airspeed and maintain 230, 240 knots in this flight. Otherwise, you will either lag behind or overrun the targets.
Okay. All right, now what? Is that it? Was that the whole thing?
Warning, autopilot.
Just want me to slow down? Really want me to hit the asterisk button?
Set the left MFCD to the DSMS page so we can review our payload. We are carrying a lighting 2 pod on Station 2 and 2 AIM-9Ms on Station 11. We are also fully loaded with CM gun ammo. Although the A10 should avoid getting tangled up in an air-to-air engagement as a general rule, you never know when an enemy aircraft might take an interest in you. In combat, a good opportunity may also present itself to you for an aircraft kill, such as an enemy chopper or ground attack jet buzzing around the battlefield at low altitudes. In such cases, the Lighting 2 TGP may be very helpful in keeping track of a bandit. Press OSB 4 to open the TGP AA page.
I'm on it.
Now make the TGP SOI by pressing the HOTAS coolie hat right long command or the K key on the keyboard.
Okay.
Target 2 on the right is stop popping flares. We'll focus on target 1 to the left, which is still releasing them. Use the HOTAS slew control or semicolon, comma, period, / keys on the keyboard to position the TGP LOS over target 1. The cross Q on the TGP display indicates an object the TGP can track. Target 1 has now stopped releasing flares. Press the HOTAS TMS up command or left control and up arrow key on the keyboard to set the TGP to point track mode over target 1. Set the TGP to narrow field of view, NFOV, by pressing the HOTAS China Hat forward short command or the V key on the keyboard.
Oh, that was cool.
It's a good idea to switch to FLIR video to keep the target in contrast against terrain background. Press the HOTAS boat switch forward command or right alt and right arrow key on the keyboard to set the TGP to W hot white hot video.
That is awesome.
Make the HUD SOI by pressing the HOTAS coolie hat up short command or the U key on the keyboard. Now set the HUD to air-to-air mode by pressing and holding the HOTAS master mode button or M key on the keyboard. The HUD is now displaying an AIM-9M reticle. The audible growl is an indication of the AIM-9 seeker lock status. The higher the pitch of the signal, the more valid the seeker lock. The AIM-9 is currently in bore sight mode, which means the seeker is fixed to the bore sight line and you have to maneuver the aircraft to place and maintain the reticle over the target for a valid lock prior to launch. Press the HOTAS China Hat forward short command or the V key on the keyboard to uncage the seeker. When uncaged, the seeker is no longer bound to the bore sight line and floats around the scan zone. When attacking a target in bore sight mode, uncaging the seeker prior to launch is a good way to confirm the seeker has a good lock. Press the HOTAS China Hat aft short command or the C key on the keyboard to set the seeker back to bore sight. The AIM-9 seeker can also be set in scan mode, where it performs a conical scan pattern around the bore sight line to cover a greater volume of airspace around the aircraft. Press the HOTAS TMS up short command or left control and up arrow key on the keyboard to enter scan mode. Whenever you're ready, press the A key on the keyboard to disengage the autopilot and maneuver directly behind
Yeah,
target
I'm already
to
done
obtain
that.
a seeker lock. Most Sidewinder shots are best taken under 2 nautical miles. Ensure that you have a good lock on target 1 and
pretty
press
close.
the weapons release button to fire on that target. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Splash 1. Maintain level flight.
Woo! Welcome to Earth.
While the remaining 9M is in bore sight mode, let's press the HOTAS China Hat Aft Short command or the C key on the keyboard again to disable power to the missile, so we can focus on the gun indication. Let's also revert the TGP to bore sight and begin tracking target 2, which is now releasing flares again for VID. First, make the TGP soy by pressing the HOTAS Coolie Hat Right Long command or the K key on the keyboard. Now press the HOTAS China Hat Aft Short command or set the TGP back to Wide Field of View WFOV by pressing the HOTAS China Hat Forward Short command or the V key on the keyboard. Slew the TGP to the target and press the HOTAS TMIS Up Short command or left control and up arrow key on the keyboard to engage point track mode.
Okay. I think the little reticle there is broken.
We'll need to close some range to target 2 for a gunshot. Increase power to close the range, but be careful not to overrun the target.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Tell my daughter I love her. Randy Quaid in this mug.
You are now in good range for a funnel gunshot. Establish co-altitude and co-speed pursuit at 230-240 knots. Make the HUD soy by pressing the HOTAS Coolie Hat Up Short command or U key on the keyboard. To bring up the funnel gun sight, we need to select one of 10 preset target profiles. To select the Su-25 profile to match our target, press the HOTAS DMIS Right command or page down key on the keyboard 4 times. Watch the profile name cycle in the weapon profile field on the HUD.
One, two, three, four.
To aim using the funnel gun sight, maneuver the aircraft to match the target's plane of motion, and position the target inside the funnel such that the target's wingtips are touching the edges of the funnel. At any given range, this position is calculated to be the firing solution for the target with the wingspan set in the selected profile. The gun indication also includes the air mass impact line, AMIL, which is the short vertical line below the gun bore line, GBL cross. The AMIL represents a round's trajectory over 2 seconds of flight time. When within close range to a target, placing the top of the AMIL on the target can be a good aiming cue. You are cleared to open fire on target 2. Guns, guns, guns!
What am I looking at? Oh, okay, there.
Good hits on 2.
Yeah, I mean that was, first try.
Maintain level flight for the conclusion of this lesson.
No.
I've engaged the autopilot to keep us level. Before we conclude this lesson, let's take a look at the IFC test menu, where you can configure the funnel target set. Right-click the IFC switch on the AHCP once to set it to test mode.
Right-click on that. Okay. No, not that one.
Now press the select rocker key to scroll down to the AAS Air submenu page and press the enter key to open it.
AAS? Okay. Press enter to open.
The AAS page lists all 10 preset aircraft
Oh, look at
available
that.
for gun site selection. In addition, a single custom fixed wing entry and a single custom rotary wing entry can be made. Use the select rocker key to cycle through the profiles and the enter key to select the profile on or off. When set to off, the profile will not be available when cycling through target profiles in air-to-air mode. Whenever you're ready, left-click on the IFC switch to set it back to on. This concludes the training lesson on air-to-air employment of the A10C.
Okay. Can only be one more to go. Countermeasures. Uh-oh. What Korean drama are you watching?
This one?
Yeah.
I think it's called
Somewhere Where You Land.
Oh,
Where Stars Land.
Why?
People are asking.
People are asking what I'm watching?
Well, they don't know that you're watching it. They're saying what's on TV.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Where Stars Land.
Oh, it's a movie. Okay.
No, it's a show.
A show's rated PG-13?
They can be, why not?
Usually like TV 14, like you have the MPAA versus the TV ratings, right?
Considering this is international, who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
It's cute so far. This is just the beginning.
There you go.
It's got the guy from Signal.
Oh, okay.
Signal you haven't watched.
Nope.
The girl I recognize from something else, but I can't remember.
All right. Countermeasures.
Welcome to the training flight on the countermeasure systems of the A10C. I've engaged the autopilot to keep us level and on course. Manage the throttle to maintain the airspeed of 4 knots.
200.
The countermeasure set CMIS of the A10C includes the countermeasure set control CMIS-C
What?
panel on the front dash, the
No.
countermeasure signal processor CMIS-P on the right console, the ALR-69 radar warning receiver RWR, the missile warning system MWS, and the chaff and flare dispensers. Let's take a quick look at the DSMS page to review our payload.
Dude, if I can get VR, chips and salsa at the same time, that'd be awesome. Alright, countermeasures, quick look DMS page for review. Okay.
We are carrying an ALQ-131 ECM pod on Station 1 and a pair of captive AIM-9Ms on Station 11.
ECM
Press
stands
OSP
for
15 to return to
electronic
the CAD page.
countermeasure. Okay. AIM-9s are the rockets. Okay. It's AB-15, tab.
Adjust the TAD scale so you can get a better idea of the flight plan. To do so, first make the TAD soy by pressing the HOTAS coolie hat left long command or hold the H key on the keyboard. Then press the HOTAS DMS down command or the N key on the keyboard repeatedly.
I see it.
Now make the HUD soy by pressing the HOTAS coolie hat up command or U key on the keyboard. The CMIS of the A10 is capable of detecting, classifying, and actively counteracting both air and ground threats. The system will indicate threats to the pilot, including missile fire detected by missile rocket plume presence, and engage countermeasures in either manual, semi-automatic, or automatic modes of operation. The CMIS-P includes custom programs to counteract specific threats, and these can be selected and activated manually by the pilot or automatically by the CMIS. Active countermeasures include self-protection jamming, SPJ, when a jammer pod is loaded, and release of chaff and flares against radar and infrared guided surface-to-air missiles, SAM.
Alright.
Press the spacebar key to proceed. Let's first review the CMS-P on the right console. The CMS-P panel allows you to provide power to the countermeasure system and select the mode of operation between off, STBY, standby, MAN, manual, semi, semi-automatic, and auto, automatic. You can also view,
Got
select,
semi
and
right now.
configure countermeasure programs here. The mode select dial selects between operational modes as follows. Off, no power is applied and the systems are not operational. Standby, power is applied, the CMS systems are operational and can be configured, but active countermeasures are not engaged. Manual, countermeasures will be activated by the pilot according to the program selected by the pilot. Semi, countermeasures will be activated by the pilot according to the program selected by the CMS depending on the type of threat. Automatic, countermeasures will be activated by the CMS according to the program selected by the CMS depending on the type of threat. Press the spacebar key to proceed. The CMS-P display window indicates the current chaff remaining count, flares remaining count, RWR status, and current release program. The 4 system select switches enable disable power to the CMS-P component systems, which include MWS, Missile Warning System, JMR, ALQ-131 ECM pod, RWR, ALR-69
Rear warning radar.
radar warning receiver, DISP,
Oh.
chaff flare dispensers. Press the spacebar key to proceed.
Radar warning.
Let's now take a look at the countermeasure set control CMS-C panel below the UFC. The top display window of the CMS-C indicates the current status and program of the jammer ECM. The jammer status will indicate one of the following. Off, ECM system is disabled. SBY, ECM system is enabled, but not emitting. OPR, operating, ECM is active. The jammer programs include Air, defense against airborne target threats. SAM-1, defense against older generation SAM systems such as SA-3, SA-6, and SA-8. SAM-2, defense against later generation SAM systems such as the SA-10, SA-11, SA-15, and SA-19. AAA, defense against radar-guided anti-aircraft artillery systems such as the Zeus CSU-23-4. Press the spacebar key to proceed. Press the JMR select button repeatedly to try cycling the jammer programs. Below the JMR window, the MWS window indicates the current status of the missile warning system. This will indicate off when the system is off, active when the system is on, and launch when a missile launch has been detected. The red ML light will also turn on when a missile launch is detected. Press the spacebar key to proceed.
Spacebar.
To the right of the JMR display window, the chaff flare window indicates the following. Current release program letters A through Z, chaff remaining in XXX format, CMS-P mode underline X for standby, M for manual, S for semi-automatic, and A for automatic. Flares remaining in XXX format. When a release program is active and chaff flares are being deployed, the mode letter indication is replaced by a diamond symbol. Press the spacebar key to proceed. The PRI select button selects between displaying 16 or 5 of the highest priority threats on the ALR-69 RWR display. When priority mode is on, only the 5 highest threats will be displayed and the green light above the PRI select button will turn on. The SCP select button declutters the RWR display by separating contacts away from each other on the scope. The BRT brightness knob adjusts the CMS-C display brightness. The AUD audio knob adjusts the ALR-69 RWR warning tone volume in the headset. Press the spacebar key to proceed. Now let's come back to the CMS-P to review the steps required to configure a chaff flare release program. The NXT next rocker key is used to cycle the programs. Cycle to release program B.
Not program B.
Right-click the DISP dispenser switch on the CMOS P to enter the program settings mode.
Alright.
The CMOS P display window is now indicating the settings for this program, including the number of chaff bundles to be released, the number of flares to be released, the release interval in seconds, and the number of release cycles. To customize the program, first press the select button associated with the setting you want to adjust. Then use the next rocker key to increase or decrease the setting. For example, to add flare deployment to this program, press the flare select button. Now press the next rocker key up twice to set the flare release quantity for this program to 2.
Already did it.
Press the return button to store the changes and return to the status screen.
Okay.
The JTS end-off switch to the right of the select buttons is used to enable the jettison of the ECM pod, which is not normally jettisoned. We'll now turn our attention to the CMOS switch on the HOTAS. Regardless of what sensor is set as soy, the CMOS switch has the following 5 functions. Right, cycle to the next CMOS program. Left, cycle to the previous CMOS program. Forward, start CMOS program. Aft, stop CMOS program. Down, activate, deactivate the jammer. Try pressing the HOTAS CMOS left and right commands or 9 and 0 keys on the keyboard to cycle the release programs. Press the HOTAS CMOS forward command or the 7 key on the keyboard to initiate chaff and flare release for the currently selected program. Press the HOTAS CMOS aft command or 8 key on the keyboard to stop the current release program. Now press the HOTAS CMOS down command or the dash key on the keyboard to activate the jammer. Remember, when the CMOS P is set to auto mode, the chaff, flare, and jammer programs will be selected and activated automatically by the system. We'll now discuss the ALR69 RWR display.
Jesus.
The ALR69 RWR display presents threat symbols according to bearing and threat priority, not range. Threats in search acquisition mode are displayed in the outer ring, while threats in tracking lock mode are displayed in the inner ring. As such, any contact in the inner ring should be considered a higher threat than any contact in the outer ring, even though the former may be further away than the latter. The RWR scope classifies targets by type and status. All known airborne and ground radar types are identified by a letter or a number code corresponding
Yeah,
to
I've been
their
playing
designation. A hat symbol
I
is
want to
added
stream
above
DCS a lot
airborne
more,
radar
but
contacts. The
it's like
highest threat
you
contact
only learn
is
so much
described
before
by
your
type.
brain turns into mush.
A semicircle is
But
added
I've
above
been
most
playing
recent
Red
contacts.
Alert,
A flashing
Control.
semicircle
Really
or
like
circle
Control
is added
right
to a
now,
contact that is supporting the
but
missile
it's starting to
launch.
get crazy.
All detected missiles are identified by the letter M
And then
described by a circle.
I got The
Press
Witcher
the
3,
spacebar key to proceed.
and then Jason wants me to do Walking Dead Season 2. So I'm probably gonna do that in about a week. Once I get my workout out of the way. This long weekend, so I've been able to play a lot of games. Wasteland 3? Yeah, I gotta give that a go. Not a big fan of turn-based games, so we'll take a look at that. Okay.
Autopilot is off. Set your steer point for waypoint 3, range, and turn toward the weapon's range. Maintain altitude above 12,000 feet. We'll try utilizing the CMOS against some actual threat contacts over the range. If
Alright.
you wish, you can accelerate time by pressing the left control and Z keys.
No,
To
that's
return
okay.
to normal time, press left shift and Z.
be more to go. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's speed it up. Right-clicking once. CMSP.
Our first contact will be a ground-based early warning radar, EWR station, identified on the RWR as EW. The semicircle above the contact indicates that it is the most recent contact, and the diamond indicates it is the highest priority threat.
Okay.
We will now have an additional contact. A MiG-31 Foxhound is inbound from the southwest at beyond visual range. Note the hat symbol designating this contact as an airborne radar. The semicircle and diamond indications have switched to this contact to indicate it is the most recent and highest priority threat. Note the automatic activation of the jammer and release of countermeasures by the CMS. You can press the SEP select button on the CMS seat to declutter the RWR scope.
Do what? SEP button. Okay. There's a missile coming at me.
The MiG threat has been disabled. In the case of the Foxhound, the missile launch was detected by the RWR based on the signals of the MiG's radar. The launch was too far to be detected by the MWS directly as it could not detect the rocket plume. Press the spacebar key to proceed. Our next contact will be an SA-15 SAM system at close range. In this case, the missile launch will be detected by the MWS. Monitor the CMS-C and RWR indications. Sam. The SA-15 has now been disabled. Although in this lesson we flew straight and level toward the hostile contacts, that is obviously not the best course of action in battle. Your first line of defense should always be good mission intelligence and threat avoidance. Study the route and target area prior to the flight, and plan to avoid all known threats as much as possible, both horizontally and vertically. When engaged, you may be able to simply turn the other way and run if the shooter is at a relatively long range. But given the A10's slow speed, this may not always be a reliable option. At the
Especially against a MiG.
ranges, you are most likely to encounter threats in the A10C. Your best bet will be to make good use of the CMS to actively counteract threats and defensive maneuvering. In general, this means putting an incoming missile at your 9 o'clock, diving toward the ground, and making a high G turn as the missile closes in to try to break the missile seeker lock, or simply exhaust its energy potential to keep up with the turn. This concludes the training lesson on the countermeasure systems of the A10C. You
That's
can
it.
press the escape key on the keyboard to exit the mission.
Alright. Well, that's the A10 training. Not gonna fire? Practice some low flight. It's never been part of the training. Should be the first thing. Best way to avoid a SAM, stay low.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
I'm good.
Pull up, pull up.
No, 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 no.
Altitude, altitude.
Throw on some right rudder.
Altitude, altitude.
Chop down some trees.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Pull up, pull up.
We're good.
Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Call of Duty snipers.
Pull up, pull up.
That's so cool. Oh, there's a train.
Pull up, pull up.
It stopped. See where it's coming from.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
There's a train. Alright. Pull out of it once I take the train out. Find a landing spot.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Good night. Oh, another one.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude. Pull up, pull up.
Damn. This game's great. It's not a game, it's a simulator. Okay. Good stuff. Let's find a landing pad. Good salsa. Hot ones? Yeah, it's like Star Fox. You could disable the warnings, but you gotta go all the way down here to do it. You don't want to do it in flight.
Altitude, altitude.
Love it. Okay, airport 12 o'clock. Yep, there she is. Alright. Put her in the dirt. Put her on the concrete.
Hog 1-1, inbound. Cavalletti, Hog 1-1, inbound.
I'm on the right frequency. One 133.0, yep. It's turned on.
Altitude, altitude.
Yeah, we're good. Right on the dirt. Boom. Something wrong with the texture. Doesn't recognize it as concrete. Damn. Can't do it. Beautiful. All right, and that does it for VR training. Yeah, Horizon just came out for Steam, right? Just came out for Steam or the Epic Store. Turn off this headset. Awesome, man. So many games. But yeah, I think I want to beat The Witcher 3 and continue The Walking Dead. I think that's going to be the next ones. Ugh. Heavy joystick. Scotty. Scooby is Scotty. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Well, are you still playing? Do you still have your you got a 2080 Ti in your rig, right? 1080 Ti. All right, that's still a good card. That's a great card. Yeah, yeah, those 30 the 3070 good luck trying to get one this year, but yeah, the 3070 is faster than the 2080 Ti. But yeah, that 3080 for what $700 or so is going to be that's going to be a beast. Let's see if I can get this to scale back to where it should be. Video capture device. Basically, I had to scale the VR so it wouldn't just be like a vertical stick. It only shows up as like half the screen on a monitor because it's only showing one of the eyeballs that's being rendered. There we go. Yeah, we don't have Facebook on our phones anymore. Scott said, Scott says hi. Yep, the one that we know up north ish, near where I grew up. The one the one that's off of the one that's next to Livermore. I don't want to say the last name on here. Katie Scott. Wow. All right. Well, it's been a while. Yeah, Irene knows like 30 Scots. Hey, Scott says hi. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Scott. The one that plays video games. I know, it has been too long. Do you so are you still playing? I mean, you want to hop in a match of Warzone or something? Ah, yeah, it's free. It only take you 200 gigabytes of hard drive space to install it. So with I'll probably see it in like 2 weeks. Game's gargantuanly large on PC. and each patch is like 60 plus gigabytes. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Bex. Hey, bud. Come on up. Come on up, pal. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I've been staying pretty busy. Luckily, we have a bunch of digital digital things to do. I'm reworking the website for a company, and Hang 'em Up's doing pretty good during this whole mess. PG&E's been buying them left and right for working on trains, and BART's been buying them. Bay Area Rail Transit's been buying them, and construction companies are, they're still full steam right now. As crazy as it sounds, they're still full steam, even though everyone's going to start working from home. So, yeah, we're staying busy. Yep, how about you? Yeah, Irene's very busy. she's she's working on emails all day. Yeah. Oh man, are you at least collecting? You got your union helping you out? Oh, you're back tomorrow? Okay. That's weird that good from the stimulus. Yeah. Well, that means hopefully you guys were able to, you know, get out for a while. I don't know how the old lady's allergies are during this whole mess, but hopefully you guys were able to go, at least a couple Tahoe trips. Or the little ones. Ugh, that sucks. That sucks. Good, good. Yeah, you gotta see how grown up they are. Are you gonna do the Halloween deal at Matt's? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, they. Well, at least they're still very young to where you have to be in the house anyways, right? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I don't know about this whole COVID thing for going to any parties. Uh, we might have to do freaking Zoom parties for the next year. Yep. Yeah, not worth it at all. You don't want to be playing the. You don't want to be the statistic. Yeah, I mean, especially seeing the mass exodus that happened over this weekend. Just everyone heading to Oh, you got Discord too? Okay. You gotta hit me up on Discord. In fact, I think I got my channel open right now. Yeah, Nintendo Switch. Boom.
Yo, Oh,
Hey,
sorry, one
hey.
sec. I just totally left Paul. What's up?
You can bring him in here too.
Okay, one sec. Let's see if he comes in.
Good stuff.
So you've been starting to stream a lot more, I noticed on Facebook.
Yeah, well, this was a long weekend. Hey, Paul.
What up, Nate?
Hey, long time no talk. How's it going?
Up there, bud?
I didn't know
Oh,
you
just
guys
doing
were.
what I can to
Yeah,
keep
go ahead.
sane.
I didn't know that you guys were all hanging out on the internets, or else I would have invited you guys a long time ago.
Oh yeah, all the time.
I didn't know you were playing PC games more now. I thought you were on Xbox.
I was on Xbox for a long time. Then I just brought my desktop in over the weekend, back from the office.
Master
Oh.
Race.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
definitely.
And then I just recently got a gaming laptop upgrade from my last laptop. So I'm using that to stream, and I've been playing a lot of games on it. It runs everything pretty nicely. Its processor is way faster than my desktop, but because of the power constraints, it's tough doing VR on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a Ryzen 9 4900 processor with 16 gigs of DDR5.
All right.
Yep.
Nice. DDR5?
Yeah, it's like the only laptop that does it. Yeah. So and it's super small. Like it's 14 inches here. I'll pull it up. There, you probably see it on the stream.
Oh, nice. Oh, by the way, tell Irene I'm very disappointed in her right now.
Hold on, let me just turn on my speakers. You can say it yourself. All right, you're live.
Irene, I am very disappointed in you.
Why would I do?
She said, "Why? What do I do? What did I do?"
You forgot me?
No. Okay. I know like 12 Scots. So when he said Scott says hi, he needs to specify.
How rude.
So I was going through my head how many Scots I knew. I was like, which one is it?
Yeah, we have a bunch of cousin Scots.
No.
Oh, that'll
people
do it.
I know from just before.
Okay, so it's Nate's fault then.
I'm not gonna say your last name while streaming on YouTube. Not gonna happen. Yeah.
It's better how you did it towards the end. Scotty and Kate.
Oh, New York's calling.
The
One
one
sec.
that's close.
Yeah, the one that's close to us.
Most people I know live in this area.
Yeah.
Gotta be more specific.
Irene's got the best excuse. I know lots of people named Scott.
You remember that freeloader that came over for a week? That guy.
No, you're gonna have to be more specific.
Are you guys still at that house?
No, we moved. We're just a few miles. We're off of I don't want to say it, but yeah, we're a few miles south.
Well, you get to say the town. He's still in the same town.
Yeah, we're still in Sunny.
Okay.
Yep. But
He's
yeah,
streaming, by the way, Paul.
Sorry, I mean to hit my tab and talk there.
yeah. So, well, do you guys are you guys like just jumping around World of Warcraft or something? Like, what are you guys doing while playing Discord with each other?
Wasteland 3, man.
But
I'm
that's
in
not co-op, is it?
It is.
What?
It's
It's a
on
turn-based
Xbox
game.
Game Pass too. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Alright.
kind of interesting because you don't have to be like you play in the same like game save, but you don't technically both have to be on at the same time, and and you can screw each other over too. So like you can make different deals than the other guy. It's pretty cool.
All right, I'm gonna start downloading it.
Oh, there you go. I was looking for someone.
Heck yeah. I'll start over with you too. I don't even care.
Nice. Does should I put it on an SSD? Does it?
I would, because the load times are kind of long.
All right. Fair enough. Got it.
If you need more SSD space, there's a deal going on for I think it's on Dell's website. It's like a 500 gig SSD for like $60 or something, or $50.
I got an
think
external.
It's electric digital.
I got an external SanDisk SSD plugged in. It's 2 terabytes, but
there you go.
I mainly use it for my video work, so I don't want to mix business with pleasure on that. And then I have an internal 1 terabyte, but I only have like 150 gigs free after all the Adobe products are installed.
That and Call of Duty, Jesus.
Yeah, well, COD, yeah, Jesus, yeah, it's 200. I think that's, I don't know. I think I have that installed on a SSHD.
Yeah.
So it's like the half and half.
I tried playing that with my buddy Mike, like when it first came out, and I've never been a big fan of the Battle Royale games personally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that they're easy ins and outs, and everyone most likely has it installed.
Yeah, true. I uninstalled it because it did take up so much space, because back then it didn't really have the space for it. Like I do now. I got space for it now, but I just haven't had anybody else that plays it.
Yeah, well, that's what's cool about at least the COD series right now, is that it's cross-play, right? So you can be on Xbox and play on, against PC people, and they can play against PS4 people.
Oof, they're gonna get slaughtered.
You can use keyboard and mouse on all platforms.
He gets auto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then consoles get the auto aim.
Yep.
Damn, 77 megabytes a second? That's not fair.
I got a neutered
double
plan
my
too.
speed.
This is a neutered plan. We're paying like
Man, you gotta love being in the middle of all that silicon.
yeah, except all the fires that are around us.
Oh, dude, speaking of that,
Oh, you guys gotta be
dad's
getting beat up
place,
too.
it all burned.
No.
Except for the cabin. Like
Come on.
the cabin's fine. But the property, everything around it burned up pretty good.
So
They didn't lose anything though, right?
No, luckily they didn't lose any structures. At least we haven't seen. I think they lost like the plumbing and stuff for the springs. So we're gonna have to redo all the pipe work for the springs and all that. But like the cabin's fine. They lost like a shed that they used to use for the deer. But a lot of neighbors around them lost everything. One guy's in severe condition. A neighbor up there, he got burned like 75% over his body. And then, yeah, it's pretty bad. It was really bad. I mean, it ended up, I didn't think it was going to be that bad when it first started. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is good, because they've been meaning to, like, we've been wanting it to burn up there a little bit to get rid of all the
clear up the brush and
manzanita.
stuff.
Yeah, but it just got out of control because it took away all the control burns, and they couldn't handle it, and then it got into the trees, and it was just done from there.
Jesus. Well, that sucks. So all that's left is pretty much, it looks like the place got nuked, huh?
Yeah, some places it looks like a nuke went off. Like it's just white. The trees are white. It's just ash on the ground, and it's crazy. Section 6, though, is okay. It's mostly the grass that burned and some of the brush. But it looks like most of the trees around the cabin and whatnot are okay, from what I could see from some